And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Giants. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready? White 25. Coming for you, son. Coming.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And some room to maneuver. And out across midfield down to the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jameis to throw it. He's got Allen. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they
did. They like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw, Winston. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. On 3rd down, Winston. That escapes the sack. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Now Trubisky on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On the ground, Michel. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So a very good start, but don't go get those Super Bowl T-shirts left. Still the early going here.
I wonder if they're even printing them at this stage of the game, right? Do you wait a little longer before you say which one you're going to do? Good advice, Brandon. Make sure you know there's a lot of game left, but a good start.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick 6. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Michel. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11. At the Bucs 36-yard line. Check. Ran, go. Hey, Alpha. Check.
On second down, Michel. Well, the ball is out. Michel lost it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown.
Gay is on for the point after. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. 45 yards.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. They go play action. Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
A gain of 1. Brings up third down and 9.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On third down, Trubisky. Eluding the pressure, and he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 55 yards. As the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Trubisky. He's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 2nd and 15 now. Winston. Complete to Jones. 6 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on second and long. Trubisky, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's Trubisky. He's going to let this one go deep. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Here now, Johnny Townsend as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded just inside the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
On first down, Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Curtis. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
10 yards, good for a giant first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Flush to his right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
180! Check 55!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing third down. Trubisky will throw, and he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Forced out to his left. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Let's see what they draw up here. Third and long following the sack of Trubisky. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Ready. Black 25 behind. Cut. Green, triple T. Check. Whip. On train. Quick dash. Come. Check four.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Fights free yet again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now they'll run on the draw. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 20-yard touchdown as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Green, triple team. Mike 55, Mike 55. Here I come. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Check 24. Let's go.
From the gun, Winston. And Winston lost the football. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
I'm coming for you. You must.
On the ground, this is Michelle. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Hey, ball.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. And this is good for a first down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Let's get it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. So now Trubisky will lead his guys to the line. They'll go for 2 here. Now Trubisky. And this is going to be caught. So they do get it. And the 2 points. Now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop.
Wait. Follow.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
You ain't going nowhere. Hey, watch it, watch it. Tommy! Mike's 47. Mike's 47. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Wait.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Trubisky to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Trubisky now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
18.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3.
18.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. Alert. 45. Hey, Haywood. I don't even know why this team showed up.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's what I do. Check.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time, and it's 3rd and short.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And I think the ball's out, and the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. In fact, if anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something.
He's got a man, complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Jones. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Giants' 20-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On second down is Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
One back in the game. That's Jones. 2nd and goal. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And as they take that knee, you can hear a pin drop in this stadium right now, partner.
I'd say you could hear a pin drop except for one thing. You're hearing a lot of people on cell phones right now calling and saying, cancel my reservation, because this crowd thought they were going to the Super Bowl. They had trips planned, hotels, reservations, the whole deal. That's all wiped out now.
This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, huh? All on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch and you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist, I bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause